Alright, you guys, today we're going to be talking about dehydrating food, making jerky, and checking out my homemade food dryer. Okay, so this is not my homemade food dryer. It is the new food dehydrator that I got for my birthday this year. And we are making some jerky. Yay! I'm so excited. First batch of jerky in a long time. But don't worry, guys. We still have some other details about my food dryer that I made myself coming up. Alright, so if you guys remember in a previous video, I was showing you that I was building a food dehydrator slash dryer, the kind that you could just hang up and casually dry food. And so this next clip I'm going to show you is what I've gotten done so far on that. And yes, I feel that I need both kinds just because our power goes out a lot, and also because there's some stuff that you just don't want to dry too fast. And as far as I'm concerned, a lot of times a food dehydrator is almost like an air fryer. It kind of like cooks your food. It doesn't really dry your food. So there are certain things that we like to preserve, like herbs and spices and stuff like that, and also certain types of jerky that should never ever be over, dried or dried too quickly. However, it is nice to have the convenience of an electric food dehydrator. So let me show you what I got. Okay, you guys, here is my food dryer. It's still not quite finished because I have to put a like a mosquito net kind of cover over it so that the bugs and stuff don't get in. But really, right now it is usable the way it is. I kind of have it. I have it hanging on this lamp here, so I probably won't use it in this spot. But what we're wanting to do is get a ceiling hook and put it on the ceiling over by our wood stove so it will dry out faster. The food will dry faster. It's just that, we live in a mobile home, so we have to make sure that we're going to put it in the right spot. So we haven't done that yet because we don't want any damage to our ceiling. So, yeah, I think it'll work pretty good. I designed it. It looks kind of crooked and wonky because, well, it's repurposed stuff. And also, I just kind of eyeballed stuff. I didn't really measure it. If you guys wanted to get a little more precise, you could. That's just up to you. But what I did was, I designed it so that like these basket trays can be, taken in and out for cleaning or whatever. And I can also put pieces of fabric down so that like, nothing's touching the basket too, or even wax paper or something like that, depending on what I'm drying. When I'm drying out my yogurt cultures for long-term storage, and that's a whole nother video, but I put wax paper down and then dry it like that. So this could be used for that as well. But yeah, that's basically it. It's a very simple design, and when I'm not using it, it can, let's see if I could get that in the frame. It could just, fold up like that, and it doesn't take up much space at all. And the advantage to these kind of dryers is that they just use the ambient temperature and airflow. And so, you have no electricity or worries about that. You don't have to have any settings or anything. And it's a very nice and gentle way to dry things like herbs. You can dry meats on them as well, but that's a little bit more risky. So you're actually kind of sort of fermenting your meat while you're drying it. So I mean, that's just, other people's preference. And nowadays they think it's not very safe, but, thousands of people every year dry meat this way. So if you're doing this for carnivore or something like that, you can, make jerky. Just keep in mind it's going to take a lot longer, and you're going to have to probably marinate it in like something like vinegar or something like that. I'll do a video on it. I will dry some meat in this thing as soon as we can safely hang it, close to the wood stove for this winter, because, traditionally that's what people did. They dried meat near a fire so that it went a little bit faster, and the air was drier. There wasn't as much moisture in the air, so they can do that. But yeah, so yeah, again, you go back and watch like a couple videos ago, and I was talking about repurposing, and this is one of my repurpose projects. So yeah, hopefully you guys get inspired by that. My mom says I should patent it, but you can't. This is like an ancient design. I didn't come up with this. So I might have come up with the removable basket part. I don't know, but I doubt it. I really doubt it, because these baskets have been around for a long time, and I think that that's really what they're for. So yeah, there you go, guys. And by the way, I looked these baskets up on Amazon, and you can get them pretty inexpensively. They're not exactly cheap, but they're not expensive either. So I just lucked out. I found mine for 50 cents a piece at the thrift store and just cleaned them up. I had to repair, as you can see, I had to repair this one. I found another one recently too. I should have snapped up because it was only 50 cents, but I didn't, because this thing was already completed. But yeah, so there you go. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how to make your own food dehydrator. And see, that's what it looks like when it can be put away. And it's, you know, not very tall, so you can shove it in a cabinet or something like that when you're not using it. All right, you guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you got something out of it. And yeah, just be creative. Repurpose, build your own stuff if you can, and also don't be afraid to use modern conveniences as well. We got to do all that we can do to keep ourselves healthy and happy, and I don't know, just living on this world in a better way. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about the food dehydrator I got, it's on Amazon. You can look it up. It's called the Elite Gourmet or something like that, and it's one of the higher end cheap ones that you can get. I was going to get something nice like an old-fashioned Excalibur or something like that, like my auntie in the 1970s had, but because they still make them. But I just didn't want to fork out that much cash. So yeah, we ended up getting this one, and so far so good. I really like it. So yeah, just check that out, and hopefully you guys will be making your own carnivore snacks instead of spending what I paid for this food dehydrator for 1 or 2 bags. All right, guys, have a good day, and we'll talk to you on the next one. And yeah, just see you later. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Thanks, guys. Bye.